Hey, what's up, man? You right here with Skandoe. This is what's buzzing in the night. I'm right here with Wicket, P-O-I-N-T.
What's good, man?
My dude, my
good.
man. You don't even know, man. You guys, man, this is long time coming, man. It's too much shit going on right now in the night, man. See behind me right now, this is Wicket Point's latest video you just dropped. FYM, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you mean.
Fuck you mean.
Fuck you mean. You feel me? God damn, my brother. Man.
It's a long time coming, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm really happy to be here with you.
Yeah, brother, man.
Because, I got a lot on my mind, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we got
sir.
so much we're working on and everything right now, you know? So, it's a good feeling in Modesto right now.
Hell yeah.
Nine, you know what
Man,
I'm
my
saying?
city, your city, that's what the fuck it is, 400 and counting.
Yes,
you feel
yes,
me today?
We on the way up. The numbers
Yes, sir.
are going up.
And if you don't know, this the man right here that dropped the hook on it, plus this dope ass verse at the end, you know what I'm saying?
Top.
Shit, we've been Playboss music doing this shit for many moons already.
Playboss had it banging through the whole deep, you know what
Bruh,
I'm saying?
so
Shouts
I mean,
out Grow Trees.
That's
sure,
right, grow trees, blow trees.
Grow trees, blow trees.
Grow with us, smoke with us.
You already know.
Bruh, so I mean, shit, I know you, man. I know you from yeah, you know that shit. I know you as a pup way back when. Now you a full grown motherfucker out here doing your thing, running these streets and shit. When I was gone, this man held it down, did his thing. Modesto representing the whole time. 209. You feel what I'm saying? So, what's good with you? What's going on with you right now? What's the latest?
Shit, man. Hottest new shit, like I said. The
Fuck You
FYM
Mean.
video just dropped.
Right.
That Fuck You Mean Cali Underground presents. Shouts out to my nigga Suge, you know what I'm saying?
That's
putting
right.
the time
Cali
behind his
Underground
boy, Cali
representing
Underground.
out here for the
Out here for the
209.
9, you know what I'm saying? It's a little musical hub out here. If you ain't been there, go check that out. But we right here at Deep Sound right now, you know what I'm saying? And I want to let it be known that this is a big project I got. But with my city behind it, it just makes more sense because what we did was epic. You feel me?
Yes,
like
sir.
we brought the whole entire city together with this one. And
It's the news.
it's
North
a
side,
vision.
east
It's
side,
more than
west side, south
it's
side.
more than music. It's a vision. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a long time coming for the 9 because I feel like the majority of the time we've been slept on out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why the main focus was to not sleep on my.
Not taking them from Bay Area rap or nothing like that, but you know
for
what? We are distinguished gentlemen in our own. The 9 is definitely a problem.
Yeah, exactly. We just want to let them know we doing things.
Bro, hell, yeah. I mean, shit. Let them know how you got into the music.
Man, if I could take it back as far as I can remember, you know what I'm saying? I started when I was like 12 years old.
Right.
I know you remember me being out there younger, you know what I'm saying? Running with the
Man,
bag, smoked away, you know
and
what I'm saying?
getting in there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Spitting
shit.
bars with the best of them.
Yeah, shouts out to my smoked away brothers, but yeah, I
Smoke
started
away,
Juicelini, Ace, Jeff Mo, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I started when I was younger. You know, we come from an era where things weren't as advanced in technology as they are now, you know what I'm saying? So we was on karaoke machines.
We're so blessed that
tape
we are
decks,
today.
yeah, even blessed to say, you know what I mean? But so we started from a real rough, rugged area of underground music, you know what I'm saying? To where it came from the streets. Us being in the streets is what gave us the material to experience the material
to
work
get in the
with,
booth and put it down.
So just like a lot of rappers say, like, you know, we was street before music regardless, you know, but being in the streets gave me all the material, all the experiences to work with, and then grouping up with, you know, with my brothers and shit from the street, like, it just so happened that, you know, we ended up taking it a little further than we thought. And over time, through my brother Ace, I got introduced to my brother Adolfo, Playboss, and it was over from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was it. The link up was real, you know. He seen in me what I saw in him, basically talent, you know, a very big opportunity for us to expose what we all had going at the time. You know, Playboss has always been established. He's always had his music, you know, going, and there was never nothing he wasn't able to create. So me coming to him was more or less looking for the Jedi blessing. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my Jedi on. And
it was that Dr. Dre of the, you know what I'm saying, the valley, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rock D at that time. Black Rhino, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Very dope producer out of Stockton, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people probably ain't up on Black Rhino and whatnot, but man, rest in peace to Black Rhino. He brought a lot of different production here to the valley that gave us our own sound.
Yeah, well, that's how I started though, you know, like after we started rapping with the boys and everything, like a couple years later I meet Adolfo. You know, he pulls me to the side, says he likes what I'm doing, believes in my sound, and asked me if I wanted to work.
About what year was that?
I was like 05, 06 maybe, cause we dropped the album 06.
What was the name of that album that you had?
That's Product of Society. If you guys don't know, go to YouTube right now, Playboss Records, you know what I'm saying? Go to Playboss Music Group, Playboss Records, you know what I'm saying? Go on YouTube right now, you will see I got the whole Product of Society album up for your guys' listening pleasure, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't got to hear what I've done before you heard me now, go check that out, you know what I'm saying? It'll give you a little background on where I came from and what I represent, you know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, what were some of your biggest influences at that time, you know, doing music? Who was you listening to?
Okay, so like, I mean, growing up when I was young, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, like, when music first came into my life, due to the fact that it was already around me and my family, like my sister was singing, my uncle was singing, like, you know, cousins and things like that. Well, music came to me first in the form of singing. So listening to music before I listened to rap music was different because I was listening to music that had melodies, that had song, that had soul, you know what I'm saying? So oldies and anything old school, things like that, you know, was definitely a big part of what created me. But my rap genre, as I grew up, the first people I was listening to was Tupac, Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know, big inspirations, you know, to this day.
Bone Thugs, speaking of Bone Thugs,
yeah.
man, this man got the track.
I got a track with Lazy, you know, shouts out to Real Lazy Bone on IG, you know what I'm saying? That's my
big,
brother,
bro. Salute to that, because that shit right there, man, that's legendary, you know what I'm saying? We're working with legends.
One bone's all the bones, you know what I'm saying? And that's 20 years plus right there, so you gotta pay homage, you know what I'm saying, and accept that knowledge. And I did a lot with Lazy. We had a lot of one-on-one time, but so Bone Thugs, definitely Tupac. Can't forget X-Rated was dope. I was bumping X-Rated as a kid, like growing up.
X-Rated is out, released.
Yeah, X-Rated just got out, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out X-Rated, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you a legend, bro, I'm telling you right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fucks with X-Rated heavy, and it's good to see he made it out, you know? But another artist, like, there's a lot of different artists on Lula Coleon, Hollow Tip, like, you know what I mean? Like, all these different artists from the Bay to the Valley, like, I was just really in depth and saturated, it helped mold me. So then once the music came into play, I just took a little piece from everybody I've heard along the way and just blessed it with what I know, you know?
So, like, what would you describe your style as?
If I were really to describe my style, it'd probably either be like street music, like hustle music, like, you know, like come up music, you know what I'm saying? The passion, that hunger,
that theme music. So like when you're getting dressed, you're getting ready to get out the front door, and that hustle mentality, whether you're going to a 9 to 5 or whatever you got to do to, you know, get money that day. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Well, to me, it's like I said, it's that hunger music. I like to make music for people to. It's relatable, you know what I'm saying? You want to make something that people can relate to, and you don't want to make it a biased relation to say that it's only something that you can relate to. So I want someone to hear my song and say, damn, I've been in that position. I've been there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still there.
So with the growth and being like so many years in the game already, how would you say that your style has changed up? I mean, because obviously you hear a lot of new, it's a lot of melodic music going on, like rap, you know what I'm saying? So
the game has definitely changed, I would say, since like Drake came in.
Right.
He changed the game with the singing, rap and shit, definitely. Big part of that happened. And one thing me and my older cousin, shouts out to my older cousin Mr. Creek, he's the one who taught me how to rap and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like if he would have been a football player, man, I'd have been a football player, you know what I'm saying? But so one thing me and him used to speak heavily on is evolution. And what that is to me is, as the years go by, time goes by, everybody got to evolve. Everybody got to evolve. We see technology evolve, we see music evolve. Like you said, the game is different now. There's so much different types of genres and different types of music out right now. Well, every year that me and my cousin would rap, the next year would be a different sound. Next year would be a different sound. So naturally, with evolution, just like anything else in life, I'm going along with the music. If the music's changing, I'm changing. Will I keep it original? Will I have a base, a structure, a foundation? Yes, where I began. And I blend everything I've known from when I started rapping to where the music's at now.
Right.
So now I'm kind of more or less able to blend in with where the game is at now, but yet still put my own separated mark to stand out for myself. You know what I mean? So,
man, like, where do you think the 209 music scene is right now?
Oh, it's in its own lane.
Yeah.
I think now the
definitely is in its own lane.
Now the blending is going to be for the others to come blend in with us, because we're creating something that's just unique, and it's something that hasn't been done or heard yet. Look at my city. This is epic because nobody's ever took the time to say, what does our city want from us as musicians? We represent the 9, we represent Modesto, we represent our sides of town where we're from. But the city as a whole wants someone they could look at and say, that's our city right there.
The cool part about it is, like, remember we was talking, this ain't just about my city, Modesto, California. This is about your city, where you at, where you're sitting at home, how you do it, you know what I'm saying, how you approach the game, how you put it down for your city, you know what I'm saying? Every verse right here that everybody is speaking on, it can relate in every hood, every neighborhood, every city.
For sure, yeah, and that's the thing I was talking about earlier, which is relatable music. Someone can sing this and sing it with the feeling of representation for their city. Say, this is for my city, my city. So it's motivational in a way. Somebody else is gonna hear this and it's gonna amp them up to do something for their city, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, we did it for ours. But we want everybody else to also listen to this and feel like, yeah, my city, you know what I'm saying? My city. So yeah, that's what it's really about.
So who would you like to collaborate collaborate with now? You know what I'm saying? Like, who you want to work with, like inside, like in the industry, somebody big, local?
To be honest with you, it's like I hear so much different music, you know, on a daily, and I feel like anybody who's mainstream obviously had to go through a lot to get to where they're at today. So with that being said, like I've always been a starving artist, if you will say, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always been a starving artist, always been hungry to grow and get more. So I like to fuck with underground artists because they still have that hunger and passion, you know what I'm saying? Like they still have that hunger and passion, and it's almost like they're still finding themselves. So in the midst of that, you're gonna come up with some.
And it gives you that growth.
Yeah, it gives me the growth to try to find something new and different. Yeah, you know
how did he come like that? You know what I'm saying? How did he come up with that way to approach the beat?
I'm hoping that I can eventually be a part of something like this, which I am, but I'm saying like with another artist, their beginning. Right. I'm saying this is where I created something started from, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm big on artist development, you know what I'm saying? Like I love to see others grow, just like my brother Playboss did for me growing up, you know what I'm saying? He gave me an opportunity that if he wouldn't have, I'd still be trying to get it right now.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my brother Playboss for that.
Shit, I mean, man, everybody out there in the 9 that's doing it, from you had some good influences and big influences on Flow Money.
Flow Money for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Kid Curry.
Kid Curry, shout out to my brother Kid Curry.
You know what I'm saying? Pops.
You know,
man, a lot of influences that this man has touched out here in the 9, and just because he was out there, you know what I'm saying, it's not being big-headed, because I'm pretty sure you're here all day, bruh. But he sees who's working out there, and he's reaching out and he's touching with them, you know what I'm saying, and they're making good music. Man, it's like, you know, people got to reach out for you. They never know, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people just lay back and, you know, they wait. Don't wait. Go after that. You think you got a song for Wicket Point? Come at it.
Hit me up. Let's see what you got. You know, I'm down for everything. And what it's really about is like my main focus was to be recognized as being on the front line, the forefront for my brothers. So when I do my thing, it's not necessarily to highlight myself. It's to say if anybody's feeling me, then when I do a song with someone else, you're gonna feel them because I'm with them, you know, and they're with me. So more or less for me, it's like all these years I've been doing music out here, I've really focused on making sure we was all at the same pace and speed. Like anybody around me, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I get down. Like,
shit, even Jordan made Pippen look good.
Exactly.
Pippen made Hodges look good.
So
Hodges
to me,
made Paxton look good.
I felt like that became my job over time, not to be about myself. My humbleness allowed me to be like, you know, I'm gonna fuck with him. Like I hear something in him that he probably don't hear. I'm gonna try to bring that out of him because I know the little tactics and shit already.
Yeah, speaking of that, you did that shit to Tweety.
Yes, exactly.
Shout out to
Tweety
Bird.
That's my motherfucking family right there. Hey, real shit. Slim Loco, shouts out
Cherry
Slim Loco. Cherry Loco, shouts out Cherry Loco. The whole West Side production family, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my brother Gista too, real talk, you know what I'm saying? Without him, man, I'm telling you, it's ain't been the same. Marksman 209. But yeah, Tweety, for sure, she knows, you know what I'm saying? Like along the way as we grew together and came together from the first time we met, it was more or less like, you know, I seen something in her, and she'll tell you herself, I seen something in her a long time ago. I told you, you're gonna do it. Like, you finna be like, I'm gonna rock with you.
She's on a whole nother level,
I'm gonna rock with you.
Stay tuned for that shit, too.
Yeah, for sure.
We got that interview coming.
Well, we got that one, too. Shouts out to Tweety Bird, because me, Tweety Bird, my brother Pops, and Hoodstar, we just hit 1 mil on YouTube for the
1 million salute
for the That's How It Goes Down video. So if you ain't seen that yet, YouTube, Wicket Point, Tweety, and Hoodstar, and go put some more love on that video for us one time. You know what I'm saying? We hit that 1 M. So
I mean, speaking of M's and how to get there, what type of advice do you got for the young coming artists, like, you know what I'm saying, that's putting their music together or trying to put it out? You know, you've been there in times when it's been stagnated, and then there's times when it's got its good moments, and you know what I'm saying, and then there's times you just like, man, I gotta live too, and time the clock be ticking, you know what I'm saying? So how does that happen for you, and what would you give that advice to the next one coming up?
All I say to the next gen is stay focused, stay hungry, don't stop, but also realize that everyday choices end up in where or what you will become, which means even outside of the music, if you're so focused on your music going somewhere, make sure anything you do outside of your music doesn't interrupt that in a bad way. Not necessarily saying that there's not going to be things that come along that are going to get in the way. You just got to know how to maneuver to say this might affect this badly for me in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done a lot over the years growing up that I tell myself that if I were to stop now, it'd be like I did all that in vain. Shit that I got in trouble for, you know what I'm saying? Like growing up as a kid, like never coming home wanting to be at the studio, things like that, you know what I'm saying? Like those kind of sacrifices I made because I knew it will end up good for me in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But I can say stay focused, stay hungry, never stop, and never be full. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever get full on this shit. You gotta constantly want more. You know what I'm saying? Keep that fire alive. Don't let nobody blow your candle out. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's like seeing like people say, I got too much food on my plate. What the fuck are you talking? That means you're eating.
Exactly. You can never be
just keep eating. You just gotta
no.
make the time to fucking digest each one. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is, you know, then you start slacking off. You're like, fuck, this is too fucking
real shit. Yeah. So I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. Ultimately, you gotta remember, like,
ain't no food on your plate. Ain't no hustle in your life. You got a problem. You got issues.
Enough is never enough. Just keep on going.
Never enough.
Never stop.
Hey, that's right, bro. Hey,
appreciate it though, brother.
POINT. Check him out on all the motherfucking shit, social sites and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Wicket
in this situation,
underscore point.
This situation right here was brought to you by Blow Trees.
Hey,
get high
blow
one
trees,
time.
Blow trees. You already
Blow
know
trees,
what it is.
trees.
Real shit. Fucks with it. You know what I'm saying?
Buzzing in the 9.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Wicket, POINT, coming straight and live from the 9. You know what I'm saying? We right here at Deep Sound Studios right now. This is what's buzzing in the 9. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come holla at me. IG Wicket underscore POINT. Facebook Wicket Point. Or you can hit me up on Snapchat, Presidential 99. You already know what it is. We out here in the 9, baby, and this was buzzing.